Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2, where our main goal today is going to be to complete Thane's loyalty mission.
What's this area of the ship?
This is one of the ship's observation decks. They provide a sweeping outside view for off-duty personnel.
This room is a structural weakness. Any transparent material is weaker than our armor.
The elusive man predicted you would object. In combat, the observation rooms are sealed and depressurized. Sheets of ablative armor are extended to cover the windows.
So, does that mean that Samara is trapped in there? Or is Edie referring to that space in between the room and the window itself? Either way, we're going to pick up Samara's loyalty mission, which I believe relates to her sister, if I remember correctly.
I am glad I joined your team. It has been too long since I traveled with companions. When the time comes, I will do whatever is necessary.
You're an important part of this crew, Samara.
It is my honor. Also, there is a matter I need to discuss. When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing.
A fugitive, but you never really presented any specific details.
She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
So you're saying it's somewhat important to you?
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology.
Okay, both sound quite archaic.
Without mercy.
So is
Though I believe both of them are Ardat Yakshi.
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
Because it is an embarrassment.
There was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
And thusly, Samara is one of those 2 that chose that life of seclusion, which means that there's one other one who we have not met. Is it wrong to want freedom?
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic.
Can't she just not have sex?
She will never stop.
No, she cannot stop.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
Isn't she only deadly to the people she mates with?
Each time she kills, she becomes stronger, smarter, and faster. And she's been doing this for 400 years. She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her.
See, that almost feels like a self-feeding loop. Like the idea that you must become constantly stronger, smarter, faster, requires you to keep killing people. So she kills somebody to become stronger and smarter, and then she knows that, oh, I need to become even stronger and smarter than this. So she kills somebody to become stronger, smarter, and faster. And then she's like, I need to become better than this. And there's no end goal aside from her own death. And I want to say it's somewhat similar to I forgot her name, the girl with the dragon tattoo, the girl in it, I forget her, Elizabeth Salindar. When she becomes a millionaire of sorts, and she has somebody handling her money, and that person handling her money asks her, like, what does she actually plan to do with it? Like, is she just collecting money to make money? Alright.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature...
her daughter.
Monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Marinth was always the one.
Oh, wait. Now I remember correctly.
Happy and free.
I think I remember correctly. You can... So Samara isn't Ardat Yakshi, but you could replace her with her daughter. And her daughter is...
It can't be easy to talk about.
My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
Sounds terrible.
I sat in a medley.
So you could choose decide to tell her, like, you're...
That nothing was as I thought it would.
That's such a sob
I gave up
story.
all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
But she doesn't have to destroy all her own children. Just the child, really.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my
Also, the
long-lost
perspective of this
daughter
camera
and kill her.
is a little bit goofy because of how large she is in regards to the frame.
We'll go find Morinth.
Alright, now we're at the Citadel. Let's bring along Thane, because we'll need him anyway, although I'm sure that'll give me a chance to swap out characters. And Tali. Because we haven't actually used her yet. Let's max out her AI hacking, provides the ultimate in shield strength. Or do I want multiple synthetics? Okay. Let's see. She uses... I'm still going to use the Tempest submachine gun instead of the Locust, because I kind of like the rate of fire a little bit more. And let's... I'm just going to have him use the sniper rifle at all times anyway. And then I'll have her use the hand cannon.
CSEC appears to be investigating the death of Sidonis, Shepard. They currently have no leads. Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
Well, I guess that's where I'm going to have to go.
You'd think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy. I see no fewer than 14 fatal flaws a skilled assassin could exploit. 8 of them existed when I was here 10 years ago.
So they've increased in fatal flaws? Also, that makes his view of the world seem very, very interesting in regards to the idea that, like, he walks into a room and he does not see the objects in the room. He just sees the flaws that he can exploit.
Yes?
My associate's trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a drill recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
He used to be a duct rat, and now he's called Mouse. Is that an improvement, or...?
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever's available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors.
That's pretty exciting, Shepard.
Laugh it up, Tolly.
Oh, wait,
But
where did I go?
it crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake and you should fix the problem yourself.
Okay, the camera just decided to not show Shepard when,
What was it you called Mouse?
A duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station. When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts where adults can't get to them.
Aren't the ducks dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them. Lacerated by fan blades, broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure. Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the keepers run. Mouse survived long enough that he can't fit in the ducts anymore. He was one of the smarter ones, or the luckier ones.
That's incredibly horrible. And it feels like that's just one child's death from, like, some sort of political... Like, what are we doing stopping the Reapers when there are known quantities of children who die on a regular basis in the ventilation
I've heard
ducts?
enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm terminal. You should pick up a copy of the Shepard VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
We better
All right.
hurry then.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
We're gonna stop him before that happens, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Thank you, Shepard.
Although I get the impression that we're going to have to actually perform the assassination ourselves. Because if he doesn't do it, then the incomplete job would become problematic. If his son does do it, then that just might change who he is as a person. Oh, hold on. Mouse is in front of me? Ah, there he is.
Yeah, I can get that. No problem. Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You Mouse?
What are you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you were tired.
Not Shepard, I thought...
Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
We need you to answer some questions.
The people I work for... Look, I can't answer questions for just anybody.
But you can for me.
And also for Commander Shepard?
Assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for...
We don't have time for this.
God, Thane, help me.
Help me, Mouse. My son is out there, in the dark.
That's why I carried for him. I thought you'd want me to. Please.
You carried for him?
He came in, said he was looking for work. He had a hollow of me, the one you took, Krios. I put the word out. Used your old contacts. Elias wanted to hire him. Elias Kellum.
His arms are really blue in those sleeves. Although maybe it's because, like, everything else he's wearing is this kind of, like, drab brown and gray.
Tell me about Kellum.
Human. Moved to the Citadel about 10 years ago.
Also,
was little people
there
who
must
were
be a
here.
lot of mud on Shepard's boots.
He got big after the Geth attack. Lots of the big guys from before got cacked, all in them big fancy apartments up on the Presidium. Now he runs the rackets on the lower
What
end of
does
the
that
road.
mean, getting
Shit,
cacked? Did they die or did they get
seriously
promoted?
bad news.
Because it's hard to tell. Oh no, my the VI option has disappeared. Sorry,
You
you.
want to do that, Mouse. We just don't have much time.
Just go away, man.
Mouse, I'm sorry too.
Just go.
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did. He smiles up at me, broken teeth. And
Oh
smiling
god,
eyes.
more of this.
Black, a dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer.
Oh, okay, that was at least fast.
I was the only good thing he had back then. But I left him, as I left Kolyat.
Mouse said you had a hollow of him.
Yes. A foolish bit of sentimentality. I can perfectly recall every moment I spent with Mouse.
Please don't.
He pulls at my arm, smiles. He wants to know that I'll remember him, that anyone will remember him. I take the hollow. He smiles at himself in miniature on my palm. Then a frown crinkles his brow. He pats my pockets, checking for other hollows. Where's your son, Krios? He asks.
Let's move.
Let's head back to Bailey.
Alas, I've missed out on getting a VI of myself. Should I load up my game just to get it? I don't know. Let's just solve this loyalty mission. I feel like I've spent enough time playing Mass Effect 2. I can move on with my life, but I blame that entirely on the planet scanning. I don't think I would still be playing this game if it wasn't for all the planet scanning.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Elias Kellum.
Kellum. Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kellum and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the C-Sec charity ball for me. In return, I ignore him.
So he bribes you.
He pays you off. You were eager to help us before. What about now? Is it too inconvenient?
I said I'd help. It's just there'll be repercussions if I don't handle it right. He and I give each other space. It keeps the peace. I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight, and if I'm lucky, Kellum will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
Oh, it's generic rich guy. I've seen generic rich guy plenty of times in Mass Effect 1.
We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
Also, technically, shouldn't Shepard have the authority to arrest him anyway because she is still a Spectre?
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here. Bet Elias has his VI set to page him if C-Sec gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
And then the punching began.
Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
You be good, bad cop? It means that I have to be good cop. Plan?
I plan to improvise. No plan survives contact with the enemy anyway.
I suppose that's true. I won't interfere then. This will be difficult. If we're too gentle with him, his advocate will get past Bailey. If we're too rough, well, we need him alive.
You worry too much. How hard can this be?
How hard can it be? We can't actually fail the quest, because if we fail the quest, then we won't be able to complete the loyalty mission itself.
Pretty funny bringing me down here like this. The hell are you two?
Well, I'm Commander Shepard of Spectre, and that's what gives me the authority to arrest you like so. Damn it. I'm not enough of a renegade.
You hired an assassin.
I'm not enough of a
You want
renegade
killed.
to say my
Tell
own
us who they know.
status.
I
That
wanna
I
see
do
you
not
handle
get.
it. You two are in way over your heads.
Pay attention, Mr. Kellum.
That wasn't a good idea, kid. That is gonna cost you. Hit me again, asshole. Every punch is another credit in my book.
Works for me.
Do you know what I'll do to you when I get out of here?
Keep it up, tough guy. You'll leave in a bag.
Go to hell.
It seems as though my strategy is to just punch him a bunch of
We're done
times.
here because I got people to see.
I'm done being patient. Give me a name or I'll cut your balls off and sell them to a Krogan.
Do Krogans really need extra testicles? Don't they already have 4?
Storm's the lead. Torian in the 800 blocks.
He's unconscious. No need to wake him up, I think.
That
With
was...
a headache? No permanent damage. We have Kolyet's target. Let's get to Talib before he does.
That was fast.
Agreed.
I was expecting that to be more difficult.
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram. Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Are things so bad that people
So,
openly campaign?
he wants to end
Before the Battle of the
crime
Citadel, the alien population
and
thought they were
humans.
violent upstarts. Look what's happened since then. A human fleet guarding the station for months. C-Sec filled with humans. Anderson does what he can, but some people have lived on the station since before humans had starships. They see it as a coup.
If a majority votes for him, like it or not, that's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard.
Yeah.
Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
I'm somewhat tempted to insert actual politics into that message, but I'm going to hold back. Because I don't think I should necessarily be about that on my channel. But I forget how the rest of this... I want to say that we get the opportunity to stop Joram. This part of the mission I don't quite remember so well. Especially since it hasn't actually asked us to select characters. Like, I could have spent most of that time without
There he is. How do
Thane.
you want to play this?
Follow Talib on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Where will you be?
The darkest corner with the best view.
Because I don't believe that his mission actually involves fighting. Which makes sense, I suppose, considering the fact that Citadel itself is more crowded. Ooh, a keeper.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
You can count on it.
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
I'm following.
So am I. Is there something for me to grab on that side? Hard to tell.
You got him.
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of Kolyat?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
Did they just record the one line for him? I mean, I suppose if he's saying the same thing over and over again, like, it might not be that necessary.
No problem so far.
Oh, a keeper. Oh, there's a Hanar.
Do you have the target?
No, I don't. I can't update you. Where did the target go?
I've got him.
It's very kind of the target to just stand there and wait for me to update Thane. Otherwise, things might be tricky. Things might be difficult and have challenge. Huh.
Can you give me an update?
The bodyguard has left.
Position. He's letting the bodyguard do all the work. That lets him deny involvement.
So it sounds as though he's got a little bit of crime on his hands as well.
Target in sight.
Wait, is the target the diplomat, or is the target now his son? Because technically both could be considered options. Also, more keepers.
No sign of trouble.
Oh. Why did this guy just start running? He just felt like running, I guess. It's good. Interesting how there seems to always be these two paths, rather than a singular path. I'm following your messages.
What's he doing?
Also, it's clear that all these Asari shop at the same store.
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a shakedown.
Relocate, no problem so far.
Yeah, as an anti-crime candidate, he seems to do a great job actively participating in crime himself, using his Krogan muscle.
Where is he now?
Yes, sir.
He's meeting a couple of mercenaries. Looks like the same group his bodyguard comes from.
He looks nervous. Could be he's noticed you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
Also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
You're running for office. Lots of people watch you. Yes, sir.
Definitely not me. Definitely don't look up at all. Do Krogans have issues just looking directly up? Like how capable are their necks?
Hey, who are you?
I don't have time for this.
I seem to be choosing the renegade options a lot in this quest. Okay, they're not doing anything, so... Oh, is that his son?
Kolyat! Thane,
I saw.
he's heading to Talid's apartment.
Oh. Nope. For a second there I thought Kolyat actually did it. Now I probably shouldn't choose any renegade options here.
This is a joke. Now you show up.
Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
Wait, that was the Paragon option and not the Renegade option?
Yeah, I will.
Take the
Also,
blame.
hopefully Talid remembers the fact that humans saved him.
Your father doesn't have much time left, Kolyat. He's trying to make up for his mistakes.
What? So you came to get my forgiveness? So you can die in peace or something?
I came to grant you peace. You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother. They killed her to get
You know, I was going to wonder like how he was able to maintain a family while also being
after her body was given to the
an assassin businessman.
Find them. The Triggermen. the ringleaders. I hurt them, eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Kolyat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
So, we're not arrested? Like, Kolyat did kill somebody.
Do me a favor, Bailey. Thanks.
Yeah, well, send me a Christmas card or something. I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
Thane has dealt with his son. He should be clear of any further distractions from the mission. Thane's personal matter revealed troubling issues with Citadel politics. May have to support Elias Kellum and similar criminals to counteract anti-human bias. Bailey at CSEC offers a possible recruiting opportunity.
They've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the CSEC archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house.
That would be Thane's work.
Suspect was a drill. We never caught him.
Might as well let it go. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Thane, but there's no evidence.
10 years is a long time. Whoever was responsible for that probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
Also, I'm sure he's got plenty of other stuff to do.
They aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
But those people he shot were criminals.
Taking down businesses and threatening humans.
But he can't just get away with it.
Kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder? What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within CSEC.
You know, Bailey allows a criminal to stay a criminal in the block, so really allowing Thane's son to do community service for attempted murder isn't that much of a stretch. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.